Hey, it's Tom
and Mike
from Take Time to Travel.
Vancouver has so many diverse and delicious food options, including 78 restaurants in the renowned Michelin Guide. Today, we're going to take you on a Vancouver Michelin Food Tour, where we'll try 8 of the city's best restaurants to give you some ideas on where to eat in Vancouver, British Columbia.
We'll start with Published on Maine. It's a contemporary Canadian restaurant with a Michelin star. Let's head inside and show you what it's like. We had to book our dinner reservation a month in advance so that we could try this place out. The restaurant has an area at the front with some lovely hanging plants, as well as a nice bar seating area, but we chose to sit in their main dining section and started our meal with a couple of rewind lagers to drink.
Then, as an appetizer, we shared the feature albacore tuna tataki with turnip and avocado and a side of peanut miso, which she finished by delicately pouring another sauce over the top. It tasted amazing. Next, we had the Japanese-style milk buns, which are served in a honey glaze with a side of whipped butter topped with bee pollen. After that, we ordered the chicken liver, which was beautifully presented, followed by the pork schnitzel with 10,000 island dressing and house-made pickled zucchini.
We also got the Fraser Valley duck breast with corn and chanterelle succotash and mini duck bratwurst sandwiches. That would have been enough, but we also got the braised lamb neck with riso glaze, half sour cabbage, and semolina pudding. To finish our meal, we had the coffee dessert with espresso mousse with caramel, toffee discs, and a malted barley crumble, as well as the hay dessert, which was an aerated hay custard with green apple and chamomile meringue. With the bill, we also got some petit fours. Everything had a beautiful presentation and tasted exceptional. The service is wonderful too. Published on Maine is well deserving of their Michelin star.
The next place we're going to show you is located right across the street from Vancouver's City Hall and also has a Michelin star. It's called Quan Juda Beijing Duck House. They were established in 1864 in Beijing and opened their Vancouver location in 2019. We've heard great things about it, so let's head inside the restaurant for our lunch reservation and follow the hostess to our table in their dining room, which was elegantly decorated and very open and airy with a nice wood feature wall. The ceiling was pretty cool too, which represented the rooftops of a village in China.
We decided to do the Quan Juda lunch special combo for 2 and were served some complimentary green tea. Then we were each served a bowl of the Quan Juda signature duck soup as an appetizer, as well as some soybeans, followed by the braised salmon belly in fermented bean curd sauce, which we loved. It was absolutely delicious. After that, our Quan Juda signature Beijing duck arrived on this nice golden trolley cart, and from our table, we could watch the chef expertly cut off the crispy duck skin, which he then portioned into nice bite-sized pieces. And after that, he plated them for us and added some garnish. We were advised to eat the duck skin with the brown sugar right away to get the best flavor while it was still hot.
While we were enjoying the scrumptious duck skin, the chef continued to carve up the Beijing duck meat into juicy, mouth-watering pieces, which he then delicately placed onto the cutting board in a nice, visually appealing pattern. At the same time, our waitress lit the warmer underneath our crepes, which were very steamy. Shortly after that, our first plate of Beijing duck was ready, which our waitress served to us. Doesn't that look tasty? We had never had Beijing duck before, so our kind waitress offered to show us how to do it properly. First, she took a steamed crepe and added some cucumber and scallion on top. Then she took the duck meat and dipped it in the sweet soybean paste and also added it to the crepe. Then she expertly folded up the crepe with her chopsticks in 3 turns. The Beijing duck crepe was delicious. It tasted incredible. I definitely wasn't going to try to fold it up with chopsticks, so I just used my hands. I think I did a pretty good job, and our waitress thought so too. I can't believe we've never tried it before.
The chef also carved another full platter of duck meat for us. Then we were served a mouth-watering dish of coconut-infused pumpkin and taro casserole after that, followed by our dessert. We each got a bowl of freshly ground almond soup with glutinous rice dumplings. The rice dumplings were light tasting and a little bit sweet. It was a nice way to end our fantastic meal here. There was so much food we couldn't finish it all, and we had tons of leftovers. The service was some of the best we've ever had. The food was exceptional, and we would definitely recommend their lunch special. It was surprising how much food we had left over. They even gave us the full duck carcass, which Mike used for duck soup.
The next place is a popular seafood restaurant with a Michelin recommendation called Fanny Bay Oyster Bar and Shellfish Market. Let's head in and show you what it's like. Inside, there's a shellfish market on display, as well as lots of high-top counter seating in their main dining room. Tom and I each had a Lone Tree apple cider, and my mom chose to get the mango peach Aperol spritz to start. Then, as an appetizer, we shared the grilled oysters with Creole butter and panko gremolata, which we squeezed some grilled lemon juice on. They tasted amazing. For our mains, we got the carbonara with house-made kelp pasta, smoked scallop, Dungeness crab meat, trout roe, and white wine, as well as the scallops and pork belly with soy-glazed pork belly, seared scallops, cauliflower puree, roasted cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, fried spiced chickpeas, radicchio lettuce, and sherry vinaigrette, and the sable fish with miso risotto, which was a feature special. The carbonara was good, but we preferred the scallops and pork belly and the sable fish, which were delicious. My mom chose the two-piece fish and chips with beer-battered local cod and a large portion of Kennebec fries, coleslaw, and tartar sauce. They forgot the second piece of fish, which they promptly brought to our table.
We loved our meal at Fanny Bay Oyster Bar, but let's keep going and try another place with delicious seafood called Miku, which is a sushi restaurant located right across the street from Canada Place. Let's head inside this Michelin-recommended restaurant for our lunch reservation and show you what it's like. After we checked in at the reception desk, we followed the hostess past the open kitchen and the bar area, through the main dining room, and over to the section where we were seated, which had a lovely view overlooking the water, a cruise ship, and Canada Place. There was also a nice patio area, but it was full when we went.
To begin our meal, we each had a Sapporo draft beer to drink. Then our food started to arrive. We shared the 8-piece Miku roll with salmon, crab, and cucumber, which is rolled in tobiko and Miku sauce, as well as the 8-piece red wave roll with prawn and avocado, which is wrapped in red tuna and misataki sauce. We also got the aburi chirashi tart with layers of sushi rice, spicy tuna, avocado, sockeye salmon, and Miku sauce, which is flame-seared and topped with prawn, scallop, maguro, tobiko, and ikura, as well as the aburi oshi sushi sampler with 2 pieces each of salmon, ebi, and saba oshi. Lastly was the traditional sushi lunch combo with bincho, salmon, hamachi, maguro, king salmon, spot prawn, and hotate nigiri, as well as 6 pieces of bluefin negitoro maki. Everything was very fresh and tasty, especially the rolls, the nigiri, and the aburi chirashi tart, which were my favorites. Their traditional sushi lunch combo also came with miso soup, which took them a while to bring out. Overall, we had a great meal here at Miku. We really enjoyed the view as well as the food. But let's keep going, there's lots more to eat in our food tour.
We'll take a 5-minute walk over to the Fairmont Pacific Rim Hotel. It's a 5-star luxury hotel right across from Cole Harbor. Let's head on inside and check out one of their restaurants.
As soon as we stepped inside, we saw the lobby lounge and raw bar, but we're going to head up the marble staircase to the 2nd floor, to the Michelin-recommended Botanist restaurant, which serves contemporary Canadian cuisine. We had hoped to sit in their garden room, however, it was closed, so we ended up being seated in one of the restaurant's main dining room areas, which was still quite stylish and very lovely. The section we were in also had lots of greenery.
We started our brunch with a couple of Ridge Runner Pilsners to drink, and to eat I chose the brioche French toast with buffalo ricotta crumb, creme anglaise, and berry compote. Mike chose the butter poached lobster benedict with poached eggs, cultivated mushrooms, and béarnaise sauce. Usually it's Mike that takes way too big of a bite, but this time it was my turn.
Then for dessert, we shared the beautifully presented Black Forest cherry with Morello cherry mousse, dark chocolate cremeux, and roasted cherry compote. The Black Forest cherry was definitely the star of the show. It looked and tasted incredible. The other dishes were pretty good too. Overall, we had a nice brunch at Botanist.
Next is a Cambodian and Vietnamese restaurant in Chinatown called Npen, which earned a Michelin Bib Gourmand award and usually has a lineup before it opens. We made sure that we arrived early so that we could get a seat. And good thing we did, because within 5 minutes the restaurant was completely full.
To start our lunch, we had some complimentary tea. Then they served us the marinated butter beef. It has thinly sliced, specially prepared rare beef with a bed of fried garlic, cilantro, and house-made special sauce, as well as the bun cha gio, with Vietnamese rice vermicelli, spring rolls, and peanuts. Both the bun cha gio and the marinated butter beef were very tasty. Then we got the large Phnom Penh deep-fried chicken wings, which were amazing and came with a delicious lemon pepper sauce, as well as the Bon Quan Vietnamese steamed rolls, which came with lettuce, sprouts, Vietnamese ham, and fish sauce.
Our sixth dish was the filet beef luk lak on rice with egg and stir-fried beef seasoned perfectly. I loved the Bon Quan dish, but Mike preferred the filet beef luk lak and the chicken wings, which are both restaurant specialties. For our final dish here, we ordered this huge bon sao, which is a crispy crepe filled with shrimp, sliced and minced pork, sprouts, and beans.
I tried wrapping the bon sao up in a lettuce leaf, similar to how we did it in Vietnam, although there we used rice papers. I'm not sure how we were supposed to do it here, but it was still pretty good, even though I made a mess. The dish was filling and could have been a meal all by itself, so we definitely ordered way too much food. But there were tons of leftovers to take home with us. Now let's keep going and show you the next restaurant in our Michelin Food Tour, which is also in Chinatown. It's a fusion restaurant serving Italian-Japanese cuisine that was inspired by the jazz cafes of 1960s Tokyo and was awarded a Michelin star. It's called Kissa Tanto. Let's head up the stairs and go check it out.
Inside had low mood lighting to give the restaurant a nice ambiance for our dinner reservation, which we had to book a month in advance. We sat down at our table and browsed over their menu and chose a couple of Peroni beers to begin our meal, followed by the burrata salad with local organic gem tomatoes and greens tossed in a plum and lemon vinaigrette, seasonal fruit, water buffalo milk, saffron, and grana padano emulsion.
Next, we ordered the tonno mantecado with confit albacore tuna, smoked potato, and furikake, served with sourdough bread topped with lots of tobiko. To eat, we put a scoop of the smoked potato and tuna mixture on top of the sourdough bread with tobiko. It was excellent and was probably one of our favorite dishes here. After that was the tangerine pasta with butter, roasted mushrooms, and miso cured yolk, which had a beautiful presentation. We also got the cavatelli pasta with a white rabbit ragu, gremolata, butter, Calabrian chili, and Parmesan cheese. For our mains, we had the spaghettoni in a Japanese curry tomato-based ragu with A5 wagyu, nut-fed pork, spiced pangrattato, and Parmesan, as well as the organic half chicken. The chicken breast was roasted with the skin on with the herbed oil on top, and the chicken thigh was deboned, cooked sous vide, then flash fried so the skin was crispy. To finish, we shared the tiramisu with whipped soy, plum wine, espresso, brandy, and mascarpone. We had an exceptional meal at Kissa Tanto. The food tasted incredible, and the service was top-notch, although once again, we ordered too much food. But let's continue on our Vancouver Michelin Food Tour.
The next place is in the Kitsilano neighborhood and is called Delera Restaurant. It's Michelin recommended and serves Persian food. Let's go give it a try. After checking in for our dinner reservation, we followed the hostess to our table in their busy dining room. Then we had a look over their menu and decided on a couple of the Fuggles Pixel Pilsners to drink.
As our appetizer, we shared the roasted cauliflower and yogurt, which is served on spicy yogurt and topped with hazelnut, sumac, sesame seeds, and mint. And for our mains, I chose the steelhead trout with turmeric and dill, which is crusted with a pistachio spread and chives, and served with seasonal veggies on a bed of preserved lemon, turmeric, and dill sauce, and comes with warm bulgur, barberries, and herb salad. Tom had the saffron and mushroom stew, which is made of sesame and sunflower seeds, caramelized onions, saffron, and preserved lemons, and topped with roasted wild and cultivated mushrooms, pickled grapes, and sumac whey sauce, and comes with crispy saffron rice. The steelhead trout was very tender, flavorful, and tasted fantastic. Tom really enjoyed his saffron and mushroom stew as well. For dessert, we shared the chocolate and halva cake with Earl Grey ice cream, orange blossom, and sesame caramel. It tasted wonderful. Overall, we had a great meal here at Delera Restaurant. Well, we hope you enjoyed our Vancouver Michelin Food Tour. If you did, please like and subscribe, and check out our Vancouver West End Food Tour, as well as our Chinatown Food Tour. And remember, take time to travel. Catch you on the next one!